guys, welcome back to another episode of Scream Theory. Sorry I haven't posted in a while, just working on a few things before uploading my next video. But with that being said, let's dive right into this. So today we're going to talk about my personal favorite Ghostface killers, my list. This by all means doesn't mean it's like an official list or anything like that. This is just my personal list. Feel free to leave down comments down below and disagree with it and let me know who are your favorite screen killers. But this is just my personal list. So let's dive right into it. At number 9 and number 8, with no special order, I have to put Amber and Richie. Just because I felt like their motive was very generic. Don't get me wrong, the movie overall was really, really good. I am a huge Scream fan. But their motive as far as making better stab movies in the long run was just, I don't know, that wasn't there for me. They did a good job at hiding the killers, at revealing them at the end, because I didn't really know who they were. So did a good job with that. But as far as the motive goes, yeah, it wasn't there for me. But the movie was good overall. I loved it. Hopefully Scream 6 will be better. Scream 6 right now from the trailers is actually giving me like Scream 2 vibes, just because it's finally taking place somewhere else other than Woodsboro. Scream 2 was taking place in college, so let's see. I'm liking where Scream 6 is headed, and kind of liking all the stuff that's coming out with 6. So, alright, let's continue with the list. At number 7, I gotta put Charlie. Charlie for me he was just a killer that was following Jillian. Kind of reminds me of Stu a little bit, but like a wannabe Stu and like a wannabe Randy. And when he said that he's gonna be the new Randy and Jill was gonna be the new Sydney, and how this time Randy gets the girl and all that stuff, and then he gets betrayed by Jill. So I mean, he was a victim, however you want to see it. He died at the end, and he just, he was just blinded by Joe, which, is understandable. But yeah, I just gotta put my boy at number 7 spot. So let's continue. Number 6, I gotta go with the boy Roman. Roman. So Roman, as you guys all know, he was the one that actually planned, the whole trilogy from Scream 1 all the way to 3. He was actually behind, Sydney's murder and how he planned it, and he told Billy to get a partner to sell out just in case he get caught. Like, he planned everything. But why I have Roman so low on the list is just because the writing of Scream 3 was just kind of like weird, like they changed writers from the original first 2, and then they got somebody else for Scream 3, and the vibe of Scream 3 was just a little off. It was just a little different. And this is the only movie that there's only one killer so far. I don't know how they're gonna do Scream 6. But so far, this is the only movie that has that one killer. So that kind of makes it pretty cool that he was able to do everything in Scream 1 by himself. There was actually another version where he was gonna have a partner, and it was gonna be the girl that plays Sydney in his stab movie. But they ended up taking that out. They scrapped it, and he became the sole killer. Yeah. He's just pretty cool how he planned everything. Also a little kind of far-fetched, but at the end of the day, these are all just movies, and they're fun, and I love these movies. So, but yeah, let's get to number 5. Number 5 is the girl Jill. Jill. Now, her motive was not as, what's it called? Her motive, I guess, was not as dull as Charlie's. She wanted to be the next Sydney because she was tired of Sydney getting the spotlight. Sydney this, Sydney that. Kind of like Roman, he was just a little frustrated, if I guess you can say the word, about Sydney this, Sydney that, and everything Sydney. So they were both kind of like the same. Just that Jill wanted to be the next Sydney Prescott. She wanted to be the next sole survivor, and that's why she betrayed Charlie, and not wanting to be the only one to die to live. I'm sorry, and she didn't expect Cindy, surviving. But yeah, she was a good Ghostface overall. I really did not expect her to be the killer, being Cindy's cousin, and all this stuff. But yeah, a good job with Scream 4. I liked the movie. A lot of people didn't like it. I actually enjoyed Scream 4. So yeah. Now let's get to our number 4. Number 4, Mrs. Loomis, the original female killer of all this franchise. She was the first female killer in this franchise of Scream, and as far as her motive goes, is just plain old revenge. Plain old revenge. How she says in the movie, "You killed my son." She tells Sydney. She wants revenge. So I guess it doesn't get any more direct than that. And she was inspired by Mrs. Voorhees Jason franchise, Friday the 13th franchise. So yeah, it's kind of direct. She's the first OG female killer in Scream, so she deserves this spot at number 4. Um, so here comes my top 3, and probably a lot of you guys are gonna give me heat for this, and are probably gonna disagree with me. But hey, like I said, this is just my personal list. Feel free to disagree down below and let me know who you think the top 3 should be and who you think number 1 should be. Alright? So here you go. My number 3 spot has to go to Stu Mocker. Stu. Stu, when I tell you that the top 3 for me was pretty hard to put, it was pretty hard for me. This is these movies I really love these movies, and every Ghostface that comes out in each and every movie has their own personality. They all have their the pros and cons. They all have their own little unique spin on the character. For me, Stu, definitely top 3. He was funny. He was charismatic. He was one of those people that you just want to keep. You every time he's on screen, you just want to have more of him. He's one of those characters, and I don't think if Matthew Lillard wasn't cast in this in this character, I don't think it would have worked so well the way he did it. So Stu just he's one of those characters that is always gonna be iconic, no matter what, no matter how many Scream movies you're into. The original Ghost Faces are always gonna be iconic. As far as his motive goes, peer pressure, that's something real. That's something kids in high school go through. So I can definitely see why he he gave into peer pressure by Billy. So and Billy is also one of those guys, that charismatic, always want to be around him. Looks like he's one of those students that he was popular in high school. People want to be around him. All the girls want to date him. So definitely, I can see that happening. So with that being said, let's go to number 2, and this is the one that's probably gonna give me a lot of hate and a lot of heat. But hey, this is Scream Theory, and this is how we do things around here. So let's get to it. At number 2, I gotta put Billy Loomis. I'm sorry, guys. I know a lot of you are gonna be like, "Why is he not number 1? Why is he not the top?" And I'm gonna tell you why. And it's nothing about. It has nothing to do with Skid Ulrich. It has nothing to do with Billy himself. It has nothing to do with that. Billy Loomis could possibly be, if not is, the best Ghostface. He was the original. He was the one that was behind everything in the first movie. Um, he was definitely, I guess, perfect in every sense of the word. But for me, I know this is gonna be like kind of crazy for you guys, but I didn't actually watch the first Scream movie until I was probably in middle school. I think it was high school. I actually watched Scream 2 first, and then I watched Scream 3, and then years later I watched Scream, the first one. I know, it's pretty crazy. So I grew up on Scream 2, but I'll get to that when we get to our number one spot. So Billy Loomis was, he was perfect. Like I said, his motive was, his mom left him because Sydney's mother was having an affair with Billy's father, and that was the reason why his mom left and abandoned him. He has mommy issues. He's a mama's boy, like Randy says it in Scream 2. But yeah, he was just psychotic, in every sense of the word, and the way him and Stu played off each other was just perfect. Everything was perfect. Fun fact: this is also the only movie where Ghostface doesn't unmask in the reveal. Just in case you guys didn't know that. So let's get to our number one spot. With that being said, and of course, my number one spot is
Surprise, Sydney.
Mickey. Mickey for me was probably the best Ghostface just because first, like I said, I grew up on Scream 2. I didn't watch Scream 1 till years later. And so the first Ghostface I actually saw in mask was Mickey. When I was little, I didn't understand that he had a partner. I didn't understand that Mrs. Loomis was the other Ghostface. I didn't understand any of that. All I saw, always at the end, was making his Ghostface costume unmasking. And to me, that was pretty cool. That was iconic. Mickey was also the first character to unmask in all the Scream movies. He was the first character to put on the costume, take off the mask, and reveal himself as Ghostface. He was also the first one to do that. So that to me was pretty cool. Um, he's also the killer in the franchise in Scream 2 that has more kills than the partner. Um, Actually, he has all the kills in the series in the movie, except for one, which is pretty cool. Also, it's just a little fun fact. The only person he didn't kill was Randy, so it seems. Um, but yeah, he was funny. He was charismatic. You definitely did not see him being Ghostface at all. There was actually a rewrite in Scream 2. There's another fun fact. Scream 2's original script got leaked online when they were filming it. And in the original script, I think there was three killers. It was supposed to be Derek, Sydney's boyfriend, Client Weary, and Hadley, which is Sydney's best friend. Those three were supposed to be the killers, and Mickey was not a killer at all. So because the script got leaked, they had to do rewrites, and a lot of things changed when they were filming. They were only given certain pages that they were filming, and then they had to give the script back, and a lot of stuff went down, and they changed a lot of things. But to me personally, I think it worked. I think it worked. The changes worked, um, because you just didn't expect, Mickey to be the killer, and again to have Sydney's boyfriend the killer as in the previous one. It was. I don't think it would have worked again. It would have been the same of everything. The only thing I am curious about was having the three killers. They still haven't had a movie where they have three killers. Let's see how Scream 6 does, but to date, they've only had all the movies except for Scream 3 have had two killers. So let's see, maybe Scream 6 will give us something else. And another thing I liked about Mickey was when he unmasked, he made Sidney believe that Derek was his partner, and the way he played that off was really cool, really nice and clever. So yeah, so Mickey has to be my favorite killer. But let me know, guys, down below if you guys disagree with this list. I know a lot of you are going to. I know a lot of you are gonna tell me that Mickey shouldn't even be in the top three. But hey, this is my personal list. You guys probably think that Billy and Stu should be number one and two. But hey, this is just my list. Let me know what you guys think, and um, yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next episode of Scream Theory. Take care, guys. Till next time.